back to the Sidetrack'd podcast.
Oh my god. What are you talking about? We're really about to do this all over again.
And the thing is, too, let me just do the intro real quick.
Okay.
Hi, welcome back to Sidetrack'd. I'm your host, Mary Jo Jessica, and today we have a dear friend in the studio today. We have Hanna. Just finishing what I was saying. If I had done the podcast with those other people, I'd be doing the work. That's the thing. Men can't do anything right. So,
Men just can't.
Yeah, no, I'm so tired of putting my trust in men. Actually, I filmed a podcast episode like 2 days ago over Zoom that was supposed to be with two of my cousins. I'm gonna talk about it again, and you're gonna get dragged again.
Oh.
One of my cousins, she's been on the podcast twice already, but her brother never in Boston, so I was like, let's do it over Zoom. Nigga slept through the call. We called him. He was like, you guys are yelling. It's 1 p.m. mind you, their time. I was all like,
get it together.
Like, I hate men. I hate them, truly.
Get it together.
But yeah, welcome back to Sidetrack'd. Sorry, we were literally. I've talked about this before. Usually, and this is why. Usually, I have these conversations after the podcast, like with Stefania's episodes, Lorena's episode, like actually every single one of these episodes that I've done. Afterwards, like after we film, we talk for like an hour, 2 hours afterwards, and I'm always all like, we should like make like an after hours little clip, little segment, because we just be hashing it out. But I had to ask Hanna a question before we started, which ended up doing like, a little conversation beforehand.
That was like a whole podcast episode in itself.
But we weren't recording. Unfortunately, you will never see it. But yeah, we have been here for an hour.
Literally just chatting it up.
Just
I haven't seen you in so long, first of all. So like I feel like we had a lot to like
because
catch
like
up on.
We were just saying that the lockdown happened 4 years ago exactly, because it's March March 16th. So yeah, they shut down everything like 13th. Like, which is crazy because that was junior year of high school.
Yes.
Which is the last time that we were like really ever around each other. We went to the same college, which is what we're talking about today.
Curry.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say?
I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
I was thinking about that before we started.
I'm about to bash them. So
no, we are. I bash them all the time, honestly. And we were talking about this earlier, but it's not even like the teachers. It was like specifically the culture.
Yes.
Like it's something weird about that school. But like, yeah, we haven't seen each other really because we would see each other like
literally like the last time I saw you in person. I remember we like I was just walking on campus and I just saw you and you told me that you were leaving.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew. And like that was the last time I saw you. And then after that it was like through text.
Yeah.
Like Snapchat and stuff.
Like, and like I love Hanna. Like there is no bad blood. There's never been bad blood. It's just I don't leave my house. Truly.
Me either. So listen.
That's just how that goes. But
I don't do anything but work.
Yeah, no, literally I gotta get my money. I spent what was it, like 2 months, maybe even 3 months, unemployed for the first time. Like at the beginning of the school year.
That happened to me too.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm not gonna lie, I was having the best time of my life, but the funds were not being replaced.
It was fun until the funds like ran out, and then it was like fuck, I'm screwed.
And then I had to get a job, and then that's like I just don't like working, but like where I work now is like chill.
Tell me about it.
Like,
where do you work? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In the one in Quincy?
No, the one at the mall.
Do you be seeing people?
Let me write this down just so I remember. I'm not gonna say their name though. But yeah.
You do be seeing people. Yeah. Long story short, yes.
It'd be so funny too because my like coworkers don't know them and I'm over here like,
oh my god, I would literally because when I'm at work, I don't want like don't even look at me. Yeah. Don't even look at me. Like so I could not imagine like seeing somebody that knows me.
I low-key I'd be ducking. If they're not coming directly to me, I'm ducking. I'm ducking. Because like I've had my fair share of encounters at work that I just don't ever want to repeat ever again.
Yeah, no.
He actually the person that we were talking about before who visited me at work works at the mall as well.
Before or after you?
Right now, like currently, still.
Wait, like did you start working at the mall first?
No, he did, but like I was all like pays good.
Yeah,
they do. So
he
like,
works at
he works at somewhere else. Yeah,
okay,
he works somewhere else in the mall, and I'm like, I don't ever want to see you come through here, like, and like I've had some like just people that he's friends with. I've had like I'm all like,
Yeah.
Like, don't.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna cut that part out. Trust. But he works
Anyways.
in the mall. But yeah, talking about Curry. Me and Hannah went to high school together. We became friends. Best decision of my life. That's actually crazy. That story is crazy.
Wait, what class was it again?
History, sophomore year.
What was her name?
Miss Quimby.
Miss Quimby.
Yeah.
Why do I not remember? Like, I don't remember
That class
teachers.
was weird. That class was like low key like
Can you? I literally don't remember. Like, what did she? What
Poppy
was she
Lopes
like?
was in that class. I
What
remember
was she like?
she was pregnant. So she left eventually.
Yes, that's why I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she was pregnant.
But like it was a fun class, but like this girl was always
Oh
and
my
Poppy
gosh.
Lopes was always getting on her nerves. Like
First of all, I just realized that what you're saying, Poppy. I'm like, who? I'm like, wait, what?
He
Not
fell off
Poppy
hard.
Dot Loaf.
he'd come into class every day saying he'd be all like Poppy Lopes. So I was like, nigga, shut the fuck up, please.
I can't. I honestly like blocked out a lot of high school.
No, because it's like a fever dream. Like the way they were acting is crazy.
Very much.
Like, oh my God. But that class was like, I honestly attribute sophomore year being the best year of my life, like at that school, because it was just so fun. Specifically that class, like it was you, like I met you and I've never, like I'm telling you right now, I've said this before, I don't know what possessed me to keep on annoying you. Like, I've never done that with anyone else because I was such a people pleaser in middle school that like if someone felt annoyed with me, I'd be like, oh my God, this person hates me, I'm gonna leave them alone. Like genuinely, I don't know what possessed me to keep on doing that, but I'm so glad I did.
That is too funny. You know what? I'm really glad you did too, because unless like you really like were like, okay, I'm here, like you know,
I've never done
and I was
it
like,
before.
okay.
And the thing is too, like Priscilla was in that class, and when me and Priscilla first became friends,
Gosh, I remember Priscilla being in that class too.
yeah,
Yep.
like and we were friends in middle school, like we were in the same friend group, but this is so funny, like I just like telling stories about her, but when we first became friends, she didn't like me or Bajra because she was annoying. So she was doing what I was doing to you, and she would always be like annoying, and I was friends with Bajra, so I was like, Bajra, you need to cut it out. Like, this girl hates us.
Yeah.
And Bajra and her became friends, and then because we were in the same friend group, I guess we were friends, but I always like was like cautious around her. And then when I started that class, like sophomore year, I sat at the front by myself, even though I was friends with, like I would sit at lunch with her, and then like a weekend she was like, Mary Jo, why do you never sit next to me? Like, get back here. And I was like, okay. Like I was just like such a people pleaser back then, so I don't know why I did that to you. I really don't, but I am glad I do. I am sorry that I annoyed you so much.
I think it was like the vibe. Like I was like, it was just,
you were always like standoffish, and I was like, Hannah, bestie.
yeah. And you know, maybe I feel like you knew that. Like you were like, girl, come on, like get up.
I don't know what it was, but
because I was very standoffish. I was very like
timid. Rightfully so. Like
yeah.
I would have been the same way, but like I don't know. I've never been that way with anyone else. I don't know what it was. Like, but yeah, we met sophomore year of high school. We became friends. We were friends junior year.
Yeah, because no, I feel like that's when we became like really. And Jalen, what was that class where we had Jalen? That girl Jalen. It was like the three of us.
Oh my God, yeah.
That was the class.
I was in love with that man.
That was the class.
I was in love with that man. So our teacher, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Love that man. He came through one day. Sometimes I was like, I know you want to leave your wife and kids. Just do it.
Like, come on.
Like, run away with me.
I'm 18 now. I'm out of high school.
I wasn't, but I would still die for that man. But like, yeah, no, that was such a vibe. No, it really was. And like, we had history together.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't talk much. That class was also. We'll talk about that.
Wait, junior year or senior year?
Junior year. Senior year, I was in school.
Oh yeah, that's right. Me either. What the hell?
Yeah. No, literally, COVID struck like March of our junior year, and then we didn't go back to school at the beginning. But then they like sent out an email and they were like, "We're going hybrid." And I remember that. I was so boy crazy at the time for this one nigga, and he was in all of my classes like around one from freshman year. We were always in the same classes. So when like.
That'd be the best. Like, it's meant to be.
No, literally. And then we started talking like over the summer, I guess before junior year, because we were in all the same classes. So he was all like, he was feeling me. Yeah. My Finsta. Like, that's how you know I'm locked in. I add you to my Finsta. Okay. High school me was all like, this is how I flirt. Yeah. Except, but, yeah, we were like flirting. And then he was like, no, literally, crazy. But and I used to think that that was boy crazy until I met boy crazy individuals, and I was like, yeah, I'm not you. I would have never done that. But he was in a lot of my classes, and I knew he was going hybrid because we had talked about it, and I was like, I get to see him every day. Yeah. So, and I knew our names coincided too because it was like, A through this so I knew that his name was gonna be in my cohort, so I was like, let's just like slightly like talk about it, but like I'm not gonna tell him yet. And then the night before they were finalizing it, I had a momentary lapse of judgment. I knew I was on drugs when I made that decision, and I emailed Mr. Chag so expeditiously fast, and I said, I swear to you, I wasn't in the right state of mind. I wasn't of sound mind. They should have put me in a mental institution. Do not bring me back to school. I will not go. Yeah. And then answered expeditiously quick. Too
like,
fast.
What are you doing?
Like within 2 minutes I got an email back, and he was all like, and mind you, this was nighttime, so I was all like,
he was ready.
And then he was like, oh yeah, I can switch you. And I was like, thank God. Thank God. And honestly, I commend Mary Jo for making that decision because it didn't end up working out with that man, so it would have been just a way more heartbreak in the end had I gone back.
I remember, didn't they like give you an option, like you could do hybrid or you could stay remote?
Yeah. And the thing is, the depression I was going through back then, there was no way I was getting out of bed even once to get to school because you only had to go to school like 2 days a week or whatever.
Yeah.
Not happening because I hate everyone from that school.
And you could have and it was like cut early too. You had to leave at like 11 o'clock or something.
Yeah, I hate everyone from that school. I wasn't gonna like.
I literally don't remember.
Yeah, honestly, it's
a blur,
different world.
At least I was there till 11. My own rule. I was like, I'm fucking out of here.
Because I'd wake up late, or not wake up late. I wake up for my first period class. I'd sleep through it.
Yeah.
And then like
that was a universal
And I had like fucking leadership. The thing is, all the classes I picked for senior year were supposed to be fun, hands-on classes. Like I picked horticulture, leadership. Like I picked like fun classes. Yeah. And then they were all like, oh. No,
it's all done.
Yeah, and then I love Mr. Imhoff, but like I was not learning about plants online. Yeah. Like I slept through that class, and it was the last class of the day too. But I love that man. So so I love a lot of our teachers. They were like actually I only like a few of them. Now that I think about it, like
I only had like one that stood out. My criminal justice, Mr. Pearlstein.
Really? Okay,
that's my
man. Scared me.
Why?
Mans didn't blink. I'm sorry. Every time I saw him, he was like in the hall. I was like,
Mary Jo. That is too funny.
Like he was just so scary, and he was short, and he was bald, and he didn't blink. I was like,
that's funny. That is because I remember. Okay, no. Do you remember Mr. Keith, like the first criminal justice teacher? And he left. I know. I don't even want to say too much about. I don't even want because he's a state trooper now. So shit.
Pull me over.
Come find me, like please.
No, but he was.
But when he left, like they were like interviewing like people for like a new and they hired Mr. Pearlstein and I was like a sophomore.
Yeah.
We were like his first graduating class. So like we just like got like all really close.
Yeah, and I can see that too. But like whenever I saw him, he scared me.
Yeah, no.
Really
He is,
and
really,
like he taught
so
like
funny.
what was
he
it like
really short.
Criminal like what was
criminal justice.
Yeah, so I was just like, this man probably has been like involved with cop stuff. Like
he used to be an ex-cop.
Yeah, too. So I was all like, this man's definitely gonna like body me one day. Like I don't want to.
Which is crazy because he was so sweet. He was so sweet. Yeah. Like we used to like.
I feel bad.
It was nice. No, don't feel bad.
No, but no, and the teachers were like nice or whatever. I liked Mr. Arcada and Mr. Comar. That duo.
Oh my god, I forgot about Mr. Arcada.
Like I love that man. Like maybe I'll get him on the podcast.
That would actually be really, really good and interesting. That would be funny.
I have it in his classroom.
Yes, that would be. No. Like, what would you guys even talk about? I feel like
he's a yapper.
Yeah, but like about random ass shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, he was just the cutest.
I forgot about him. You know, I'm pretty sure I live like in front of him. Wait, maybe we can't read that.
Yeah,
I'll where he lives.
I'll bleep it.
But I could have sworn I saw him one time, and I was like, hello.
He was just so fun. Like, and he genuinely like cared.
Yes.
Like,
he was real. He was very real.
Like he was unapologetic about how he lived his life too. And I can never like hate on a teacher for that. Like, yeah. He was just an all around good person. But
he was a good person.
Yeah. But like to Curry.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Talking about high school.
I ended up leaving Curry freshman year, first semester. Like after first semester, I was like, nope, you lost me.
Yeah.
You did lose me. And the reason I ended up going to Curry, as I said before, senior year, I was going through like my whole slew of like mental illness, and I barely graduated. Like it truly was like that serious, but it was also like really stupid. It was like, Mary Jo.
Girl, you're talking to the wrong person, because I more than like failed high school. Like, no, I mean I did graduate, but like I was not on my shit. Like no, whatsoever.
I wasn't. Yeah, and like the thing is, when I think back at high school and how bad my grades were, because sophomore year I went through like a whole slew of, like even though I loved like sophomore year after like all my depression and shit, like it was genuinely a good year, and then junior year I was feeling it. Before COVID hit, like it was actually end of sophomore year, beginning of junior year. That was peak high school for me. But then COVID hit, and I wasn't really feeling it at the beginning. I actually remember when lockdown happened, they were like, oh, 2 weeks off, and I was like living, I was working out every day. And then I remember they thought that it was gonna be longer, so then along with that email they had sent like, oh, we're gonna start sending homework. I cried physical tears that day, actually. It was actually like embarrassing. Like I have a video of me crying physical tears.
Sending homework.
like she was so unserious. Like younger me, like crying. Like, Jesus Christ. And I was also like going through the worst time with those, like the classes that I didn't like. Like I think I was taking computer science that year, and it was my third year with one teacher. I'm not gonna say his name because he literally fucking hates me. But he like genuinely, it was my third year with him because I took algebra with him, and then I took intro to computer science.
I think I know who you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about.
And then I took computer science with him, and this man wanted to see me fail. I believe that he like had emailed my mom at one point, like talking about how I was doing so poorly, and he was like, yeah, I bet she was so mad, and he was laughing in my face. I bet she was so mad at you. And I was like, I'm not gonna say it because I don't people probably know who I'm talking about. What the hell? Like, right? Like you're doing too much. I'm not gonna say anything because like you're probably piecing it together, and I don't want to be threatening this man's life, but
watch your back.
No, going in like through high school, like my grades were so bad, and I just was not that I didn't care about college. I knew I was gonna go to college because like what else was I gonna fucking do? I wasn't doing trades. Trust. Like my dad will always like talk about that because he's an electrician, and he's all like, oh, you should do I'm not fucking doing that shit. The way you talk about it and the way you're all like, oh, it's so cold and you're not ready for it, because he'll talk to my brother about how he's not like, he would talk to my brother all the time about how he wasn't prepared for trades. And I was like, what on God's green earth would make me do
makes
that?
You think I want to do that? What the hell?
Like, ain't no way. Especially knowing
you're a girl.
Like, especially knowing the people in our town who I'd be working with.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not. But I was like, and then I wasn't gonna like not in a bad way, but I wasn't gonna work at Wendy's for the rest of my life. Yeah. So I was like, gotta go to school. I knew what was gonna happen, but then going into senior year, I wasn't really paying attention to any of my applications at all.
Gosh, I feel like Curry was like a setup.
It really was.
Because of the timing, and we had just gone out of COVID, and we had pretty much spent like our entire senior year indoors, and then we both weren't doing good. Yeah. But Curry offered hella scholarships.
Hella money.
Like damn near half. And it was like almost like at the time it was like you couldn't pass it up. Like you couldn't pass something like that up, especially like our grades weren't the best, so it was like, oh my gosh, like it's a private school, like they're paying,
like they wanted me for real,
like they want me, like wow, this is like amazing,
and it's like close to home. I don't have to like do too much. Like it was honestly on a silver platter.
Yes, it wasn't my fault. Little did we know, that fucking food on that plate was rotten. Like that shit was crazy.
Yeah, no, but we like. I did orientation. I was like sussing out the vibes. Yeah, it was all right. I was all like, I saw the dorms. I was like, oh, nice. But like, I was all like, I wasn't expecting like.
It was more about the experience. Like, it was more about the fact that we were leaving. Like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna live on this campus. Yeah,
like I'm gonna have all my college friends.
Yeah.
Got to orientation, mind you. This is months before we start school, and bitches already have their like little groups. I'm like,
yeah. That's why I regret not going to orientation. That's what I get for being like shy.
And like I was talking to some people, and I still have some of them on like social media or whatever, but like most of the time, and it was like we're still being fake next to this day, and it's all like I don't even go to that school anymore. Yeah, but it was like weird because like again, it was only white people, and I started talking about this before we started, but like when COVID hit, like obviously Black Lives Matter, all that stuff, I had to drop a bunch of people that I was friends with because like I was just friends with like a bunch of white people who genuinely just are racist, putting it reluctantly. So I had to drop
we live in
them.
Quincy, people.
Like, there are like, it wasn't hard to find them, and they were just popping out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
But I had to drop a lot of people, and then I started working at Wendy's, and most of that staff is black. So and I am not around a lot of black people. Like Baja, me and her locked in for real, but I don't have a lot of black friends, or I didn't. And I started being friends with all those people, and I was like, wait, you guys are cool. I like this. I like having like people who understand me. Like this is fun. And then I got to Curry, and it was all white people, and I was like, okay, we're doing this again, right? Like, and I don't care. I don't hate white people or anything. Like, I know the podcast may make it seem like that, but you know, I had Isabel on the podcast.
If the shoe fits, like wear it.
I was like, okay, let's like get close to people, you know?
Yeah.
We started school, and like automatically I'm liking my classes. I'm liking the vibe. Like I'm getting into school. Like I'm feeling good. And then there's actually one class, and talking about this is actually insane because like when I think about it, I didn't even think about it at the time.
Yeah.
But our class was segregated. Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, okay, which is crazy to me, but we were split down the middle. And it was like all the white kids sat on one side of the classroom, like all the like sports guys and like the sports girls.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the teacher.
No, like it wasn't even the teacher. Like the teacher was nice. She was all hippy dippy.
No,
like,
I thought you meant the teacher was like, nah, y'all gotta like separate.
Nah, we did it on our own. Like so, you get into the
which
classroom.
says something.
Yeah.
Which says something about the environment. At
all
Curry.
the white kids sat on that class, and they were all the popular kids, and like all the people of color or the weird kids were sitting on the other side.
Yes.
So there'd be like one or two weird white kids, and then people of color.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't. The thing is, none of us wanted to intermingle with the white sports kids because they
were already like friends, like besties, and hanging out every.
Were not friendly. They were not friendly. But
they were scary, honestly.
Yeah. And then I had a statistics class with one professor, and he was from Quincy, right? He's from here, and he was an activist back in his day. Like he was old, and he was teaching statistics. And then one day he was all like, "Oh, you're from there?" And he was an activist. Like he started the free lunch program in.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, okay, Mr. Activist. Like,
we love that for you.
You ended up teaching statistics, but like
at Curry,
like, but he was the sweetest soul. Like all my teachers were like just the sweetest.
Yeah, I agree. I had nice teachers. I had good teachers.
They were just like always down to earth. Even like my teacher in that one segregated class, she was like all hippy dippy. She would make us do meditation, like type shit. And then this is what tipped it off for me. This was the final straw for me to like. I'm leaving Hooray. This is decided. We're done. And I wasn't confident in that decision either. When I left, I wasn't enrolled in UMass Boston yet. So I was in a place of limbo. I was like, did I make a mistake? And then there was people in my life who I now don't fuck with who were telling me that I was making a mistake as well. Like they weren't helping the situation at all. Like I'm so sorry. If you know me, don't ever give me any sort of doubt. Because trust, my brain has already done it 1,000,000 times over. I don't need you to do that for me.
We're cancers.
Like
we do that. We think about it.
Like,
that's all I do.
I'm already stressed out. Don't add your stress on top of it.
Replayed it, all the scenarios, all the different ways that it can go. Like I've already thought about it.
And now you're being all like, are you sure you made the right decision? Shut the fuck up. It's already done. It's already done. But there was a hate crime on campus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I don't think it was like
forgot about that.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like towards black. I think it was like anti-Semitic, anyways. Like it wasn't even, but it was on someone's door. Like they were writing like slurs on someone's door, like type shit.
Oh my god.
And we go into my hippy dippy English teacher's class.
I have to tell you something. Did you know? Okay, sorry.
No, go.
Did you know that they figured out who did it?
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Wait, who?
He was a fucking Renee knows his name, but he was like a what are those things called where like they
an RA?
Yes, it was like one of those like the guy that ran the RAs like at the top. Yes. Oh my god, I have to ask Renee for his name.
Oh, I did not start a timer, but we only have 57 minutes. So we'll, if the camera stops, the camera stops. Type shit.
I literally needs to ask her what her name was because he was like he used to like speak like I don't know.
That is actually so on brand for Curry. I'm not even like
he actually ended up being like one of the people like at the top writing that,
which makes sense.
Weird ass stuff
because the way it like got brought about, like they said like, oh, like hate crimes, and my hippy dippy English teacher comes into class and she's all like, okay, we're gonna talk about it today. I know it's like tensions are high, like we're gonna meditate and then we're gonna talk.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember.
And then
when that came out.
the girl who I knew like at school, like she was in my class and she was also in the Black Student Union with me. She turns around, she's like sitting in front of me, and she turns around and she's like, I don't know why this teacher is doing all this. Like, it happens every year. And I said,
yes, that part.
Every year. One, she was like, oh, she had transferred in, that's why. But she was older than me, and I was like, why are we allowing this? Why,
yes.
like, what is going on? And I literally, I had flashbacks from middle school, and I was like, God is trying to tell me that he wants me out of here. He I say that I'm a stronger person because of middle school, but I will never go through that experience again. If I feel even the slightest bit of, oh, these people are being racist to me and I can't do anything about it, yes, I can. I'm gonna leave. I'm going to go.
And on top of that, like the environment that we were already in, and like Curry campus is in the middle of like kind of nowhere. So it's just like, do I really want to like stay here? Because you were were you not dorming, or were you dorming?
No, I wasn't dorming. I couldn't do. I know,
but still, I
know myself. I could not do that.
Listen, I don't recommend it either. Honestly, I didn't like the dorming.
Like, I'm sorry. I used to like dream of dorming when I was younger. Like when I was like 10 and I started doing my laundry for the first time, I would like go downstairs into my basement and be like, I'm gonna do this in college.
Yeah. But live on my own, like,
because I just don't like people. Like, that's the thing too. Like, I'm not good with people. I wasn't gonna have a roommate, and I wasn't gonna live like on my. I just don't see a point. It seemed like a lot of.
It is pointless. I'm not even gonna lie. It is pointless. Well, like at least for me, like my senior year, you know how like not senior year, my freshman year, you know how in the beginning they always give you the smallest dorm, or like they give you like the shitty.
Yeah.
They always give the freshmen like the like beat up fucking like building.
Yeah.
And the rooms are really small. The rooms are really, really small. And I went to school with Renee, my best friend, and we tried the dorming thing. Literally split us apart.
Yeah, that's what I can't even remember who told me. To truth be told, I'm trying to think and I can't. But I remember hearing that and I was like, wait, the last time I saw them,
like we were, like it just was, and that just goes to show, like it just was terrible. Like I don't even know how to, like it was just terrible. It was just terrible. It's like, you see where that line ends? Like sharing a room, like me and you sharing a bed. Not sharing a bed, but like sharing a room, like we're right next to each other. Yeah. There's like no walkway space. Yeah. Like if you leave a mess, the whole room is like gonna seem like mess. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was that small.
And like I personally am a messy person in the sense that like
right.
I know that like I'm gonna get to it eventually.
I'm like that too. Yeah. I'm exactly like that.
But like truth be told, I'd be sleeping with piles of clothes on my bed.
Yeah.
Kick it.
But you couldn't do that, so it was just like living in,
and you're not like really relaxing ever because you're always at school.
Yeah. Like, and there's always somebody in the room. There's always somebody there.
Because I like had done sleepovers at my other friends' like school. I hate it so much. Even when I'm just sleeping over there, I hate it so much.
It's not
everything about it just sucks for me. And maybe that's just because of her campus, honestly. But like sharing
bathrooms, I hate that.
No, like, literally, because they like you don't realize how many people aren't trained until you get to a bathroom with other, and it's women too.
And you don't know pain until you're taking a shower and somebody fucking goes in the bathroom stall and starts taking a shit, and you smell that shit, and you're like, oh my god, like I need to get the fuck out of here.
Like it's just it was just
terrible.
Bad.
Yeah, I hated the showers.
Another thing that happened while I was at Curry that was also just like and it's I tried to see the best and everything. I was like, maybe I'm just being jaded. Like maybe I just like really do hate white people, you know. But they were actually being racist. That's not up for discussion.
Yeah.
But I went to I was part of the Black Student Union, and we had thrown a Rep Your Flag party, right? And I showed up and I was like nervous because I don't really do social things, but I was like, I'm going and I'm gonna have a good time, you know. I get there and there's like a few white people, like not in the party, outside the party, because you had to buy tickets prior to the party. You had to like do the COVID stuff because we were still doing COVID at that time, like just a little bit. And they were like only there to make fun of the fact that we were having a Rep Your Flag party.
Really?
Yeah. Like they were like, and the teachers knew, the teachers who were like doing the tickets or whatever, they could sense it too. And I was like, okay, so we're all sensing this and no one gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, after going through the stuff that I've been through, it's all like, I hate just like seeing shit just like be like that, because like when I found out Curry was having hate crimes every year, and then it made it to the news, and I was like, I was so annoyed that it made it to the news, because I was like, from my understanding, from my first-hand experience, this happens every year. So you put in a sign up saying hate doesn't live here, but your entire like football team that, mind you, doesn't win a lot, like you're gonna like sit here and be like, they worship the ground that these like players walked on. And the thing is, and I'm gonna say this, this is not hate to any of the girls on the team currently, but maybe it is, I don't know, I don't care.
Maybe
we went to go see Curry play a game because our coach like knew someone there or whatever. And this is when we're in high school, mind you. So we went to go see them play.
Oh, okay.
And I remember she was a soccer player. She was a good soccer player. And she had played with them when she was 14 and beat them.
The Curry college team.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, you guys are not doing all that. And then I even knew a girl who I also play soccer with, and she had went to a different school freshman year, but she didn't like it. So she came when I left. So she came freshman year, second semester, and she wanted to play soccer. And like, mind you, anyone on Quincy could have been on that team, including me. And I wasn't even that good at soccer. And they like cut her because she wasn't like meshing with the rest of them or whatever. But also like she ended up leaving that school as well. She's not there anymore.
No, I heard a lot, like people used to tell me a lot too, like people leave.
Yeah.
Like people really will like drop out. Like seniors would tell me, oh yeah, like the seniors then would be like the people that I was like friends with in freshman year, almost all of them either dropped out or like just left.
And like the thing is, the upperclassmen were always telling me like you made a good decision. Like that's what made it easier to leave, was they were telling me, no, you made a good decision.
No, because I had a couple upperclassmen too be like, I understand, like get out, like get out while you still can.
And it was just like so annoying to like, because one, like I have a feeling of like, sorry, give me 1 second.
It's okay. While you do that, let me ask Renee about that dude's name, because you dead ass know him. I swear his name is like Marcus or something. Like she said, yup, Marquette Houston.
I don't. That sounds. Wait.
Because he used to be like anytime like the student.
We're putting you on blast.
Oh,
Picture on the screen. We're gonna find him. We're gonna put it on the screen. For our listeners, it will also be up on Instagram. So
Marquette. No, because he wrote. Don't you remember when he was like all like black, like all people are gonna die like at this time or something like that on the day? Don't you remember? And then he said all people are gonna die like on this day. And then I remember like some people were like uncomfortable like going to class. Like I remember like teachers were like, if you don't feel comfortable going to class, like you don't have to come. It was like a whole thing.
I think I left by that time.
You might have you probably did when they figured it out who it was. And he was like at the top of like the student body, whatever. Like whenever we would have like like any kind of anything, he would speak. You know what I mean?
They were always trying to push diversity and inclusion. And the center for that was so tiny, so small. Like never doing like and you're gonna think like, I think of my life and I'm like, do I live in a movie?
I have to find a picture.
No, we're going
After
to.
this, I'm gonna do a deep dive. No, because you need to see him, because you have for sure met him. You have met him. He was like the head of like all the RAs. Like he used to like walk around like, oh shit, but you didn't live there. That's right.
But the name does sound familiar. I just don't know why. Maybe I've seen it.
Because he was involved. That's why. He was very involved. And it was like, what are you doing? Like to find out it was him was like a shock. Like we were shocked.
And I should probably pieced it together when they were all like, it's happening every year. Honestly, why aren't you guys piecing this together? Happening every year. Yeah, you're having people graduate. Maybe, just maybe, it's someone in your staff.
Because it ended up being a staff.
No, I swear, sometimes I think my life is a movie, because I'm telling you, my middle school, my high school, my college that I originally was at, like all of this, like I'm not making this shit up. Like I have witnesses. Like
it was crazy.
I'm telling you,
it was really crazy. It was a really crazy experience, like, definitely.
Oh my god, like that school just like, and the thing is, I liked it. I felt so bad leaving because I liked the friends that I made there. I liked the community that I had. Like even though it was small, I was totally fine with that. Like I liked it so much, and like you guys were there, so I was all like, I'm chilling. Like as long as like I have people. But then it got to the point where I was like, I genuinely like. Although again, I'm saying middle school like changed me. I didn't want to go through that again. I genuinely didn't, because like me after middle school, because before middle school, I was like actually like, I'm still funny. Trust. But like I was like outgoing and fun, and even in 6th grade, like I would do like wacky like weird things, and like people like liked me. But then I got into that one friend group, and then my confidence like depleted. Like I was so confident as a child, it's not even funny. Like I would want to punch that kid in that face, in her face, because she was conceited as fuck, and she's conceited again. Like I'm sorry, like it's gonna be like that. But like middle school drained me. Like so I was all like, I am about to do 4 years of this again. Like, I'm sorry.
Because it's really hard pretending to be somebody that you're not, or changing yourself to like fit in, like to what people will like you and like want to hang out with you,
and like being like all like, oh, like very much toned down version.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
On the podcast, I don't care who's watching from our high school, from college, whatever. I'm gonna be my authentic self and this is how I am outside too. Like, I'm not gonna switch up at all. So I just didn't like being in a space where I felt like not only was I not like being my authentic self, but I felt like I was in danger if I was. Yeah. Like, I just didn't want to feel like, because like obviously I don't want to be jaded towards white people. Like, y'all are cool. Yeah. Y'all have some good slang, like skedaddle. Like, y'all ate that shit up. But like,
not skedaddle.
I love that for real. But like, I genuinely didn't want, and I don't like seeing the worst in people. But like, it just felt like everything outside of my teachers and my classmates, or like some of my classmates, because they were like vibes. Like, some of them were like vibes. The athletes, no, fucking like no. And like, I remember like people asking me before they went, and like they were like, oh, like why'd you leave? Like, should I go there? And I'm like, it's honestly, like, I would steer you away from it, but like, honestly, I don't know how people in our town are gonna react.
I agree. I feel like it's like
maybe you'll like it.
Yeah, it's very much like you have to just see if you can like adapt or like change.
Like, I'm so sorry. Like, and the person who ended up going like the second semester freshman year after me, she was white, so I was like, maybe you'll be fine.
You'll be good, girl. You'll be good.
No one's gonna like.
Don't worry about it.
I mean, like, but like, I didn't realize like at the time, because I know she's not racist. Like, I love her. But like, when you're a white person who's not racist, being around people who are racist, it's gonna be weird. You're not gonna have people shit in common with them. Like, I didn't like think that, so it's like, no, you'll be fine. She was not fine. She left. But
and that really just goes to show, like, I really want to look into like their like dropout rate. Like, every year I'm interested, like, because people really do leave. Like, not a lot of people finish Curry College, and not a lot of people finish Curry College.
And they would like, they're like party scene too. They acted like it was like so good, and it's like, don't even. I went to like down.
I went to like a couple of their parties, and
it's
just like a small ass room, like with like a bunch of people crowded. Like, people are sweating, they're like drunk. Girls are like staring, like everybody's like staring each other down. Like, what are you know, like what's going on? I don't like college
parties. Like, I've realized that early on, and I'm glad. Because like, I just really am not the party type. Like, I might go to the club for my birthday, obviously. That's probably the last time. You're like
in the mood, right? Like, it's like, I don't want to go to a party and feel like I'm being like judged by like drinking, you know what I mean? Like, like picking up this cup or something.
Yeah, like oh my god, yeah. I can't wait until like, not like obviously the people that we went to high school with, but when like me and my friends are all adults, house parties. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait for a house party. I and like end of like junior or senior year, house parties, like not with like the rest of them. Yeah, but, like the ones that I like you were at them too. Which the ones at
Nope, I wasn't invited to that.
No, you were. Halloween. Girl, you were there. You were dressed as a devil. And I wanted to take a picture with you because there was 4 of us dressed as a devil.
Oh my god, that was Kyla.
No, that was
oh my god.
You were at that party. I know you are.
The whole time I'm thinking you're talking about
No,
you're talking about the other white girl. You can keep that in. Yeah, no, I'm playing. Don't come for me. I'm sorry. Like,
she's not watching. But
yes.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't have brought it up if I thought you weren't there. No,
that was a vague memory.
Because like the other house parties that were going on, they're with, you know.
Oh my god. First of all, that house party. Okay, I don't want to like, but her mom was way too okay with what was going on up in the house. She was like buying buying the liquor for us. Like,
yeah. Honestly. Wait, did you go to the one that happened sophomore year? Okay.
I only went to that Halloween one.
Okay. Yeah. No, she had them every year. She had a Halloween party every year.
Oh my god, it's coming to me. I do remember that. I do remember like
hearing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And originally, like, it was so bad. Like, not bad as in a party, but she invited everyone from Quincy. Mind you, I don't fucking vibe with people from Quincy. So everyone's in her house. Her dad doesn't know the party's going on. So he comes home and he finds out her mom bought alcohol for the party.
Which is crazy. It's like, girl, what is you doing?
And then fucking he gets all angry, and then I remember his talking. I'm gonna say his name because he's never gonna watch this, but Jack standing next to me, and I hate that man, but he's standing next to me. No, but he was standing next to me, and he was like, I don't think he understands. He provided us with alcohol. We can stop his head in, and no one's gonna do anything. And I was like, what?
Like, wait, pause.
No, because they why are Quincy people so obsessed with stopping people's heads
what
in?
What is going on?
Like, they're always all like, oh, I'm gonna stomp his head, and I'm like, why are you violent?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, because you're mad that you're up in his house.
Like, truly. And
Like,
the only reason,
what?
again, the only reason I went to that party was because I was boy crazy at the time, and this guy was all like, oh, are you going? And I was like,
and like parties are like fun. Like it's like you're having a good time.
But
like,
I was never going to like Q's or Mount. Never. I don't like people.
My mom was way too strict for that.
Yeah, no.
My mom was crazy.
I probably could have gone. I just didn't want to be around them. Didn't I?
I would try to go, and my mom would call me and be like, bitch, where the fuck are you at? And I would literally have to like run home and be like me and Renee would literally like, oh my gosh, so many stories of like us being out and then my mom just calling me and me having to like get home like immediately. Like I have to drop what I'm doing and like, sorry, I gotta go.
And the thing is, like, when I get drunk, as long as I'm not blackout, I can turn it off like that. Like, I like, it's literally a talent, which is why I don't get drunk that often. But I be walking in straight lines like that. That's my little party trick. Like, I'll be all like,
good,
no,
though.
because like I was at a party at my friend's college and like everyone was watching me because I'm fast. If you don't know, I did track. I'm fast. I did the 100-yard dash, but no, you'd have to catch me. You'd literally have to catch me. So they were watching me inside of a building, and then I was all like, oh, I'm not drunk. Walked in a straight line, and I heard all of them question. They were like, wait, I don't think she's drunk. And I was like, yeah, let me out of this fucking building. So
not trying to not just gaslighting them.
Like, it's genuinely like criminal. Like, I cannot be doing that shit. Because inebriating me, she does not see a problem with her actions, so she'll be all like, no, let me out. But no, I stopped. College parties just aren't for me. I just don't like college.
I think so too. I just think like I just feel like I'm just not a social person, and like it's just college is like all about being social, like,
and like
it is literally a social experiment. Like
I just can't, and like the only reason I'm finishing it out is because like I've already spent all this time, all this money, and also my parents were all like, you got to go, and they're like paying for it, so I was all like, which one, I've paid for it too, so I don't know why they're always bitching and I pay for some of it, but once
but you're like almost there, like I feel like
I'm right there, finish line, just gotta finish. I may never use that degree. Truth be told, like if all works out in my favor, fingers crossed, I plan to never use that degree because I do want to help people. That's the thing. Yeah, I went into this because my minor's criminal justice, like major psychology. I fully went into it wanting to be like a forensic psychologist or like be helping the prison system. But when you really go into the prison system, it's like, holy shit. Yeah, like I cannot do this. Like it's too big, and like. When I think, and the thing is, I want to help people. I want to solve all the world's problems.
There's so many things wrong in the criminal justice system, and I feel like
America in general. Yeah,
and like you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like it's so frustrating. Like, it was so frustrating when I would be like in criminal justice class, and like they would just be talking about like, you know, like court laws, like, you know, just random like laws, sentences, and you're like, this is wrong, like this is like not fair, and then, this like, isn't right.
You being accused of like anything and then going to trial, not being able to afford a lawyer, now you're like sitting in jail, and that shit's not easy. It's not, like, I don't care, it's just spending a day in jail is like actually like bad for your mental. And it's like these people, and like I hate seeing like stories of people being let go because they were innocent, and it's like they're not the same. Like I don't care. Like they are not the same person when they went in. Like when they were all like free Gypsy Rose, I'm all like, yeah, okay, free Gypsy Rose. Like she definitely doesn't deserve to be in there, but she's been in there for a while. Like I don't think you understand. You don't just go to jail and just like stay by yourself. There's no staying by yourself. You can't just go to jail and stay by yourself. That's not how it works. And it's like, it's so disheartening because it's like, it's all part of this big like whole America, like capitalism, like it's all connected, and all of it, like this election, I'll say it again and again. God, I'm crying. I be crying tears because I don't want either.
The election is really scary. It's looking really scary.
Like, what do we do? Both, like, and I know this is gonna jeopardize my job at the FBI, but fuck, they need to.
That's so crazy that you say that, because I swear to God, literally the other day I was telling my mom like whatever happened to assassinating presidents? Like why? Like why did we all
that shit used to happen so easily?
like because who got JFK did not need to get assassinated. You know who needs to get assassinated? Trump. Like why are we not doing something about that? They're just too
old. Both of them are too old. And I don't want Kamala Harris to be president either. I don't want Biden to win and then Kamala just be like, oh, he's too old, I'm president now. No, bitch, no. Joe, we did not do it.
Kamala Harris, I haven't seen her do I haven't seen her even like out do anything like publicly,
like
nothing.
I swear she's waiting, like she's just like in the shadows, like she's all like, I know my time. But honestly,
same thing with Biden. I haven't seen Biden do anything. I started seeing Biden when the re-election started happening. Then all of a sudden he started like making, like I started seeing him videos.
And I've already made, I mean, obviously the last podcast episode, or I don't even know when this is going up, if truth be told, I have no clue right now. But one of the episode 14, I believe, I was talking about it, but the TikTok ban, the literally only reason it's happening is because of the Palestine conflict. Because
the TikTok what?
They're banning TikTok.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I actually have no idea. I have seen it a little bit.
And this is the only time that, and I don't remember the last few times that they tried to ban it, because when Trump was president, they tried to ban it a few times. And I remember that. Yeah, like just in America. And I remember him saying shit, but it never came to fruition because I don't trust a word that man says. I really don't. But this time it went unanimously through the House, and now it's going to the Senate. And the only reason they're doing it, like they're banning TikTok in America unless an American company buys it, but
that is what I heard, that China has to sell it.
Yeah. And it's not even China. Let's just be clear. Nothing about TikTok is run in China. Not a single thing. So why are they
saying China?
Racism, because he's Singaporean. The company that the parent company that runs TikTok, also Singaporean. And then I think there's like,
God, people are fucking
There's
stupid.
only one company that is even attached to TikTok, and it's because TikTok's in China. Oh my God. Yeah. Crazy. It's like every company, like every country that has TikTok has to have their own little piece in it. Like that's how a fucking app works. Like, I'm so sorry. But like the only reason they're doing it is because of the Palestine conflict, because right after that happened, like October 7th specifically, TikTok circulated the letter that, what's his face? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name, and I'm like, never forget, obviously, but the guy who did 9/11, what's his name?
Osama bin Laden.
That one. Fuck it up. I'm looking up I swear. Like 9/11, never forget, please. They started circulating his letter that he wrote saying like why he was doing this. And mad people read it, and low-key he wasn't making, like, he said a few anti-Semitic things.
You read
like,
it?
Yeah, I read it. I was all like, okay, let's see
what did he say? What did he say?
He was saying a bunch of things, but it was all like America like is like bad, and it's all like, well, yeah, like genuinely. And then after 9/11, y'all bombed millions of civilians in the West as if fucking he's been dead for a minute, and y'all are still there.
As if ISIS isn't a group and not a country.
Like
that part.
Like they've been killing civilians. Like, of course he's gonna be mad. Like, trust. He should not have hit the towers.
Yeah.
But like, he was making some valid like he was angry.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry if you pissed off someone who has access to doing shit like that. I'm sorry. Are you not asking for it? And I'm not saying American people. I'm saying the government, because they don't give a shit about you. Like, I don't care. Like, and that's the thing that I was saying this morning, but I have Republican friends, I have Democrat friends, I have I have conservative acquaintances, very much at a arm's length.
Emphasis on the acquaintance.
But like, we are actually way more similar than we think. Like, there are definitely stronger
like
issues.
with all the parties, or are you talking about like a
all the
specific
people?
One? Okay,
all the people. The parties, they don't give a shit. They're all running on the same agenda. The reason that the parties are there are to make you think that we're all divided.
Right, to go one.
They're divide and conquer type shit. That's why you need solidarity to get shit to move. Like, that is why they're doing it. Like, all the parties are actually more similar than you think. Like, when you look at specifically Gen Z, most of us don't want to share our money and do taxes. Like, that's very much a Republican trait. But like, of course I don't want to give you my money. I earned that shit.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, right,
like,
right.
It's not like being conservative. It's my money. Like, fuck out of here. And then most of us are against war.
Yeah.
None of us want it. Like, I'm sorry, a lot of people fucking are against war. Like, it's not crazy. Like, a lot of us want the same things. We just have different ways of like viewing it. as politically. We're all like, oh, this, and like, granted, we want, like, a lot of liberals want to help everybody, but it's like, nigga, why are you sending money over to fund a war that doesn't affect me? No offense, Ukrainians, whatever, like, you do need support. It's not my war though. It's not my battle. And you're saying right now that you can't forgive student loan debt, you can't give us all universal health care, you can't do all this fucking shit, but you can send billions of dollars to a war. I don't believe for a second that you want me to say what I really have to say. Because, like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Why don't you care about Americans? Why don't you care? Yeah. Like, I'm so sick of it. Because, like it's literally the same, like, you'll see the same points on both sides. Like, we shouldn't be funding a war over there, and for different reasons, but we're all on the same page here. It's just the parties are making you think that it's different. Yeah, they really are. And it's so upsetting because I don't know if we're gonna, like, are these people, like, can we question why they're all living this long? Because last time I checked, the age to live in America was 70, 77 maybe. Why are they still alive? No offense to anyone in Congress.
Why are we making them our president of the freaking United States? Like,
there are too many old people in, like, Congress and the Senate. Like, these people, like Mitch McConnell had to, like, literally, like, forget, like, he's literally had strokes on camera like 15 different times before you guys were all like, okay, you can step down now. Mans can't say a single word. And I'm not saying that I don't like old people. They're fine. Yeah. But
it's like, how can they run, like, this country?
Like, these were the same people who bought their houses for $3,000. Their houses, their whole homes. Yeah. They bought them for $3,000.
And they grew up in a different time. Like, they're rooted in, like, something completely different than, like, what is going on now.
Like, you had your time, but the people who should be making laws right now are the people who are affected by them. Yes. Which is younger people. Yeah. Which is why y'all need that vote. And Biden is so funny for being all like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, like, whatever. And it's like, you're not getting
Biden's a liar, because he said that he was going to forgive student loans.
Took that shit back expeditiously.
And why am I having to pay for my student loan? Biden, come on, like, get it together.
He wants a younger vote, and he needs a younger vote. Like, I don't think people understand, like, Gen Z, that vote.
That he's the only reason why he won was because we were like, no, we don't want Trump. But he hasn't been doing a good job. No. And now Trump is back. Like, that's crazy.
And the thing is, like, at the beginning of this, I was all like, guys, we can't like Trump, like, this and that, right? But now I'm seeing it's just two sides of the same coin. Like, I do think that there's shit that's gonna go into effect if Trump wins that are gonna be detrimental for my life. So hopefully I am a famous actor by then, and I'm just making real dough, and it doesn't affect me at all. Right. That's what I'm praying for, actually, because I like, genuinely, if Trump wins, it's going to be bad for Americans. Like, if Biden,
oh my God,
if Biden wins, like, I can see it being bad for, like, I mean, it'll just stay the same, if that makes sense. And it's not a good place to be in, but it is what it is. But fuck,
we need more young politicians.
Yeah, and
it's hard to be a politician.
Yeah, every other third party candidate is running on the basis of everybody else is scared, and it shows. I can see right through that shit. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, you going like, I'm the best, and it's all like, nigga, shut the fuck up. I don't want another person who's not qualified. How the fuck did we let Trump get into office? Did you know one of the Kennedy that's running? There's a Kennedy that's running. I
didn't know that.
Yeah, he's like running under the Democratic thing, but he was a Republican up until like 2 years ago. So I don't believe that for a second. But his vice president that he picked, Aaron fucking Rodgers, football player.
Ew, what the hell?
Who thinks Sandy Hook didn't fucking happen?
Oh my God, do you Bernie Sanders? How he is he running? Do you know? No. So then why? Because I saw, like, stuff going on about him that he said that he wants to start a 4-day work week. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
So he just said that just to say.
Like, the thing is, he's trying to pass a bill, but, like, we had, like, the amount of times, if I could have voted back then, if you had just let Gen Z vote when Bernie was running, he would have won. Like, he literally would have won, and he's too old now.
I remember that. I remember when Gen Z, I really thought that he was gonna, like, win, that he was gonna be like, you know, the one.
Like, and he's just not, and, like,
and now it's too late, because now the man's is freaking old. I wonder how much older he is than
No, he's probably the same age. No bullshit. Like,
what's his name? Biden?
Yeah. I'll search it. But like, no, it's just so incredibly frustrating, because, like, I want the best for everyone, and that's just not gonna happen in our lifetime. And it's so sad. It is so sad, because, like, going back to the kids thing that I said a few episodes ago, but, like, I genuinely, like, I don't know how I'd be able to, because, one, I'm a firm belief, like, I didn't get asked to be put into this shit, and my parents didn't know. I won't get mad at them for that because they came over here. They didn't know, but now I do know. I'd feel so fucking awful if I brought a kid into this world knowing what I know. Why would I do that? Like, I just don't feel right at this moment in time. Like, it just.
I agree. Like, FTK, like, fuck them kids.
Okay, one, I should just be able to put in Bernie and you just bring up Sanders, okay? He's that famous. How old is he? He's 82, I think.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I think Biden's like 77 or something.
82?
Yeah. Biden's 81.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
hell no.
Wait, Trump is like 77 then. I'm thinking someone's 77. Hold up.
That is why he acts the way he acts. Yeah. Because the man is 82.
Yeah, Trump is 77. Which, like...
That's not good.
Too old.
I did not know that Biden was literally 80.
Like...
80.
Shit. Oh my God. This is like...
That's... Wow.
I feel like I'm living in a dystopian like bug.
Yeah.
Like, can we please wake up?
If I was Donald Trump, I'm sorry, but I would use that as like a how do you say that? Like to go against him. Like, this man is fucking 80.
Yeah, no. Oh fuck. We are going to wrap it up because we're hitting 56 minutes and we honestly so off topic, which is the name of the game. We're sidetracked.
We
so
barely talked about freaking Curry.
But like realistically, there's enough said. They had hate crimes. They were racist. I don't.
We got the fuck up out of there, and our life is 10 times better.
Yeah, it's just administration though. The teachers deserve all the best in the world.
Yes, I did like the teachers. I didn't have any problems with like people.
Yeah,
it was more like the society.
Yeah, like the system, like and like
the community in there.
I mean, I'm sure at every college they favor athletes, but Curry was a different breed. So yeah, but
and those athletes, like you said, they were like from like places like New Hampshire, like predominantly white racist areas, like who are already being put on a pedestal.
Yeah, almost all of their like student body is like from New Hampshire.
Yeah, like it just is not good.
New Hampshire's like the country of the north, anyways.
Yeah. But if you want to go to Curry, go ahead. You know.
Yeah, no one's stopping you. But
no one is stopping you. But beware.
We've already told you. We
warned you.
We really did. It's your prerogative. Oh my God, the colors kind of match. Like Curry. Oh.
Bye.